Yes, Sack Life beat depression. It's day 830, and we're back with another somatic healing session to wipe out depression. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here now. Anyone who's tuning in later, as you know, it's a martial arts for mental health show, and we like to tune in to those mental health tools first. So first and foremost, before we get started, I want to focus in on that powerful mental health tool of gratitude. Gratitude going out to the first ones into the live show. When Roses Blossoms, thanks for being here. Appreciate your support. Thank you so much. And also to everybody who's been supporting the cause, to my hometown, which I miss already, to the local businesses out there that have been supporting our cause, and to the businesses that are supporting our cause around the country and around the globe. Shout out to the international support team out there. We're building a really beautiful thing for each other, people supporting people, and I can't wait to keep going forward. And I'm truly grateful for everything we've got so far. So, that being said, go ahead and think about what you're grateful for today. That'll help put you in a positive mindset as we move into today's lesson. And second mental health tool we're going to talk about is the progress tracking tool. It's been 830 days of consecutive success, consecutive progress for me, the Sackman. Let me know how many days it's been for you. The more you keep track of your daily goal accomplishment, the more powerful that tracking tool can become, building more confidence, self-esteem, and self-validation, which is something that can pull us out of that victim mindset that depression tries to trap us in, and really empower us to move forwards and to fight back and give ourselves proper credit, right? Give ourselves credit where credit's due. If we don't keep track of those steps, it's very easy to forget, especially when our brain wants us to forget, right? Depression wants us to stay in that serotonin imbalance. It wants us to stay in that victim mindset. So it's very easy to forget how far you've come if you're not keeping track of each step forward. So please do keep track of those steps in your daily goal accomplishment. And remember, simply by staying alive and pushing forwards and staying in this fight, that is a sign of your endurance. That is a sign of your strength, because depression is a life-threatening disease. So please do give yourself credit for that. If you want to make that list and progress tracking tool super effective, turn it into something that you can accomplish every day, a daily accomplishable task, and something that builds you up both mentally and physically. If it's this show, that's great. If it's something else, if it's a journaling practice, if it's a, well, journaling is not going to be the physical, something that has both the physical and the mental health benefit aspect to it. So jogging, cycling, exercise at the gym, hitting the heavy bag, hitting Bob, something like that. A martial arts class, if you're going to Fit Body Works, that counts. Martial arts classes count. And if you can do that, if you can create a daily routine with an accomplishable task, over time, if you keep track of those steps, it will only build up into more and more powerful proof that you are stronger than the debilitating effects and those lies that depression tries to sell us. So, shout out again, gratitude to Braces Can Be Scary. Claire, thanks for being here. And to Fit Body Works, thank you so much for being here as well. Today is Wednesday. We covered our gratitude tool. We covered the progress tracking tool. And checking in on comments, Claire said, I was brave and strong like you. That's good stuff, Claire. I'm proud of you out there. I know you're going through a lot, and we've all got challenges out here, and you are an inspiration to others by showing up brave and strong and facing those challenges head on. For those of you who don't know, Claire's 5 years old. She's battling forward through chemo, and she's staying strong. She's staying brave. She's using that breathing technique we practice on the show, help keep her calm, and she's finding those tools that work for her as an individual. And that's what we can all learn from each other. We can find those tools that work for us as individuals. So thank you, Claire. Appreciate you. Gratitude going out to you. And she said, is there a snowman I made? No snowman yet. But it is snowing outside, which is one reason why we're in the car today. In the Sack Life bonus vehicle, or the Sack Life beater vehicle, whatever you want to consider it. And we're going to be doing an adaptive class. Not only is it going to be an adaptive class, so if you are handicapped, if you are in a seated position, you can still show up for yourself. You can still find a way to move forwards. So not only is it going to be an adaptive class from a seated position, but it's also going to be an active recovery class, because we do high intensity most days. We want to make sure we're doing those active recovery days so we can give our body that time to rest and relax. This doesn't mean that we have to stop training. It doesn't mean that we have to start sharpening our skills. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to practice some standard jab and cross, some uppercuts, some hooks. We'll throw some elbows in there as well. See what different kind of movements we can use, and we can improve those striking skills from adaptive position. But all the while, we're going to be giving ourselves a break from that stress and those daily challenges of life by using some active recovery tools, some other mental health tools that can benefit us as individuals. So one of them, the main one that we're going to be tuning in today, because it is a Water Flow Wednesday, is a breathwork tool known as diaphragmic breathing. So the way we're going to practice that, let's do that first before we get into the session itself. We're going to place one hand over the belly, one hand over the chest. We're going to take a deep breath in through the nose to the belly, filling that belly with air while keeping the chest flat. Once the belly is full, we're going to pause for a moment and then long and slow exhale out the mouth. This is known as a diaphragmic breathing tool, and it can be used in conjunction with your martial arts practice to give yourself a break, to de-stress, to lower your heart rate, and to calm your nervous system down, giving you control over that automatic nervous system. So let's practice that breathwork tool first. One hand over the chest. Chest is staying flat. One hand over the belly. Long, deep breath in through the nose, filling the belly with air. Keep that chest nice and flat. Hold that breath in the belly, and then long and slow exhale out the mouth. That is it. It's that simple. And one way we can make this tool super effective is by making that exhale twice as long as the inhale and putting a little bit of resistance in that mouth as well. So when you're blowing out through the lips, purse those lips a bit, get a little resistance in there. That'll further exercise that diaphragmatic breathing muscle and further calm the nervous system. Now today we're going to link that with 10 minutes straight through of striking practice from an adaptive position. So we'll be practicing all different striking patterns and techniques that we can use from an adaptive position. But if you're tuning in from home and you already have lots of different tools at your disposal, if you already learned some martial arts striking patterns, you can use any pattern that you'd like and link it in with this breathwork tool to make it a calming, active recovery session, de-stress, and still sharpen those skills on your recovery days. Shout out to Lisa the Luminary. Thanks for being here as well. Appreciate you. And we're going to get right into it. So we're in an adaptive position. We're going to have some calming music coming through. It's a tight squeeze today, so I'm doing what I can. But we'll have some calming music coming through there. Hopefully you guys can hear that loud and clear. That should help us get a little relaxed. And like I said, we're going to be going 10 minutes straight through. The goal here is to keep that nervous system under control, keep that heart rate nice and low. I'll take this off, it's already warming up. Yikes, it's freezing out here. Keep that heart rate nice and low with that diaphragmatic breathing tool and continue to practice those striking patterns. So, let's do it, let's get into it. Square up in your seated position, square up with your visualized target. Always visualize that target so we can work on accuracy, right? And remember to practice proper form, turning those fists over and landing on those large two knuckles, keeping the thumb tucked under the top two fingers and squeezing at the point of impact for the jab and the cross. Let's pop into it. We're going to start with that breathwork tool, and I'll show you how to link it in with those martial arts striking patterns. So on that deep inhale we talked about to the belly, we want to assume your defensive position. Get that guard up high by the brow line, chin tucked. If you're Muay Thai, if you're boxing, maybe down by the chin. I'm going to stick with Muay Thai for the sake of this session and to continue to improve my Muay Thai technique. So guard's going to come up. We're going to go into our defensive position on that inhale. We're going to hold that breath in the belly for a moment, and then we're long and slow exhale through pursed lips as we flow in to those striking patterns, turning the fists over and executing different striking patterns. And like I said, if you have martial arts skills already, you can use any striking pattern that you'd like, link it with the power of breath, and give yourself that rest. Give yourself that active recovery. All right, we're doing this thing. We're going 10 minutes straight through, and we're going to tune into ourselves, tune into how we're doing along the way, and tune back into that breathwork tool to make sure that we keep things calm. Make sure you're super hydrated. Staying hydrated out there is super important. Let's do it. Let's make some progress. Another dose of progress and success. Let's go. All right, starting with that deep breath into the belly, assume that defensive position. Deep breath in through the nose. Guard high by the brow line. Long and slow exhale. As you turn through the shoulders, twisting through those shoulders and extending that lead fist out in front of you. Finish that breath. Exhale out the mouth in striking position. And then we're going to deep inhale through the nose to the belly as you return back to your defensive position. Remember, keep that guard tight, keep the chin tucked, guard nice and high, shoulders rolled for added defense. And this time we're going to long, slow exhale through the cross. Long and slow. Twisting through, rolling the shoulder up, tucking the chin. and extending that fist forwards as you keep the other fist in your defensive position. Fully exhale there. Once that breath is fully exhaled, deep inhale back to defensive position. Hold the breath in the belly for a moment. Long exhale forwards into jabs. And as you send that jab forward, exaggerate the shoulder movement. Keep the guard tight on the opposite hand. Go nice and slow and follow the pace of your breath. Nice and slow pace. Shout out to Villa Kev. Thanks for being here. We're doing an adaptive active recovery session right now today so we can practice striking techniques and also calm the nervous system. Deep inhale through the nose back to defensive stance. Holding that guard high by the brow line. Long and slow exhale forwards into jab and cross together. So you notice there's 2 strikes, but we're doing 1 long exhale through both of those strikes. Thinking about that pattern, thinking about that technique, turning the fist over, bringing the opposite hand back to guard, and we're doing all of that motion's happening during 1 long exhale, so we can make sure that exhale is twice as long as the inhale. Let's return to that breathwork tool for a moment. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly, keeping the chest flat. Hold on to that breath. Long exhale out the mouth. One more time. Let's keep that nervous system calm and under control. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale through pursed lips. All right, back into it. Take that deep breath in and assume defensive stance. Visualize that target. Long and slow exhale through double elbow strikes this time. Long, slow exhale. Now you can link them together, make them nice and smooth. And I'll show you the pattern here. But really pay attention to following through with that breath. Let that breath determine your pace. Let that breath be a guide. Don't get carried away with the striking itself. We want to keep that nervous system under control. Deep inhale back to defensive stance. Ignore my lower half right now. We're going to pretend the chair's facing straight forwards. On that long exhale, we're going to drop the lead hand down, bringing the wrist close to the chest, and long and slow exhale through. As you turn that body, turn through the shoulders, extending that elbow forwards. From here, we're going to swap the guard, switching the lead hand with the rear hand, bringing that wrist down to the chest, and we're going to turn all the way through. Boom. Bring that rear elbow around. Remember, 2 strikes, 1 long exhale. Go nice and slow. Visualize that opponent in front of you, and visualize bringing the tip of that elbow right across the face, across the nose, across the brow line. Cutting that brow line open. Swapping hands. Turn through. Drive that second elbow across, nice and pointy. Remember, bring that wrist in as close as you can. That'll sharpen up that elbow, make it nice and deadly. Bang, as you twist through. And it's all coming through that twist in the shoulders. You don't have to even use your lower body for this. It's all rotation, rotational force. So come back to defensive stance. Take that deep breath in as you assume defensive position. Guards tight, chins tucked. Long, slow exhale into double elbow strikes. And notice as I roll through on that 1 long exhale, I'm bringing that other hand back to defend. Always making sure I'm keeping the head defended as we go from 1 strike into the next. Shout out to Shawnee Boy, thanks for being here. Deep inhale to defensive stance. Guard tight, chin tucked. Long, slow exhale through double elbow strikes. Twisting through the body, twisting through the shoulders, and keeping that guard tight, chin tucked. Shoulder rolls, adds defense. Wow, we get to throw that offense as well. Deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly. Remember, it's low intensity. Keep it nice and slow. Flow into double elbow strikes. And deep inhale back. Now I want you guys to get creative. Let's return to the breath. Shake out those arms if you're feeling that lactic acid. Right? Keep it loose. Return to the power of that breath, and let's calm that nervous system. Deep breath into the belly. Hold on to it for a moment. Long exhale out the mouth. Calming that nervous system down one more time. Deep breath into the belly. Hold on to it for a moment. Long exhale out the mouth. And we're going to get back into it, and I want you guys to be creative now. Use any striking patterns that you'd like from adaptive stance if you're in a seated position, or if you are a handy capable person out there in your seated position. Take that deep breath into defense, and then toss any combination that you'd like, limiting it to about 2 to 3 strikes total so as not to get carried away with those striking patterns. Follow that exhale for your pace. And let's do it together. Deep breath into defensive stance. Guard tight, long and slow exhale through combos. Finish that exhale out the mouth on that second strike. Fully extend. And deep inhale back. Guard tight, hold that breath in the belly. Long exhale forward into your striking pattern. Fully exhaling into that striking pattern, making sure to pay attention to defense and offense at the same time. Right, bring that defense back, tuck the chin in, roll the shoulder, extend that fist straight forwards, turning the fist over, and landing on those large 2 knuckles on your visualized target. Remember to visualize. Deep breath back to defensive stance. Hold that breath in the belly, long and slow exhale forward into your striking pattern. 2 strikes, 3 strikes. 1 breath. Long and slow. Deep inhale back to the belly. Holding that breath in the belly. Long exhale through double strikes. Fully exhale there. Deep inhale back. Remember to keep it low and slow and under control. Long exhale forward. Any striking pattern you'd like, from any stance you'd like. If you're not in a seated position, if you're not a handy-capable person, you can do this from any martial arts striking pattern. Just link that breath with the movement and de-stress. Give your body a break. Give your nervous system a break from that high-intensity training. Deep inhale back. Holding that breath in the belly. Long exhale through your striking patterns. Fully exhale in that final strike. Out the mouth through pursed lips. Deep inhale back. To defense, long exhale forward. Nice and slow, fully exhale there. Deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly, long and slow exhale forward. Fully exhale there, deep inhale back. Long exhale forward. Notice all of this is coming through that twist in the shoulders, that twist in the torso. That's where we're generating our power, through that rotation, proper angles, working that sweet science. Deep inhale back, return to that breath. Deep inhale into defensive stance. Tuck the chin, keep the guard tight. Long exhale through striking pattern. Fully exhaling through pursed lips. Finish that breath and striking pattern. And deep inhale back. Guard tight, long exhale forwards through strikes. Deep inhale back. Long exhale forward. Deep inhale back. Let's try a seated clinch technique. We'll reach the lead hand around the back of the head, pulling the head in towards us as we turn through the shoulders and drive that elbow right into the face of that depression dummy. Let's do it. Deep inhale into defense, long exhale into clinch with one hand. Drive that elbow, and that's the end of our active recovery adaptive somatic healing session today. I hope you guys found room to improve. I hope you found tools that you enjoy and that work for you as an individual. Remember, no matter what our situation, we can find a way forwards. Even if we are in a seated position, there are tons of ways that we can train ourselves, improve our self-defense, improve our self-care, improve our mental health and resiliency, our emotional health and resiliency, by showing up daily and making that progress, making those steps forwards. Even if they're baby steps, Count every one, because they will add up into something you cannot even imagine, into a power that you have never experienced before. And I'm just telling you this from 830 steps in a row. They were all baby steps. It started with 5 to 10 minutes of exercise per day. That's where it started. And it's grown into something that is now helping people all over the place make progress in their lives, and it's helping me improve my life each and every day. So find a way forwards, no matter what your situation. Even if it's a tiny step, count those steps, give yourself the credit. Find those tools that work for you, and then put them together in a super effective routine so we can fight back towards better mental health for everyone. Until next time. Oh, Lisa the Luminary says, thank you, Tim. Thank you, Lisa, for being here. I appreciate you and your consistency and your dedication. That is how dreams are made. Consistency and dedication. All things are possible. So keep going. Keep moving forward. Shout out to Berloni out in the hometown. Appreciate you. And Shawnee Boy says, nice hoodie. Thanks. You can pick one up on our shop. Link is in bio. And 10% of profits go to NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So if you want to get some clothes that are help raise awareness to the mental health benefits of martial arts, plus benefit that bigger picture of supporting the fight forward towards better mental health, check out the link in our bio. And thanks for the shout. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you. Got about 2 hours left, and then I'll be in Ohio. So I'll catch you guys soon. Until next time, catch you same sack time, same sack channel, same sack life. Sack man out.